Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Misha, and in this video, I will be discussing David Foster Wallace's Consider the Lobster. In this video, I will break down some of the ideas Wallace brings up, dissect the way he has organized the information, and then to wrap up the video, we'll dive into Wallace's relationship with the reader. To kickstart things, I'm going to talk about how Wallace uses what is known as a framing device to provide some context to the conversation he wishes to bring to the surface. His experience at the Maine Lobster Festival acts as a container for the readers, for him to apply his ideas to, and furthermore creates a border for himself, for as we can see with his heavy use of footnotes, Wallace tends to trail off course, though always with the purpose of deepening his explanation. Once we get past the nitty-gritty details of the uncomfortable scene drawn by his description of the Maine Lobster Festival, we eventually get to a brief history lesson of the devouring of the famous crustacean, and how it started its journey to our bellies in prisons throughout England and in army camps in the early 1900s. Lobster for them was like that canned tuna you can get at Aldi's for 99 cents. But that's not the moral of the story. Wallace then opens the conversation about whether or not it's ethical to prepare lobsters the way that we do, because they most likely feel the same amount of fear and pain you and I would if we were about to be boiled to death in a large metal pot. He even talks about how some cooks feel uncomfortable being in the same room during this part of the meal prep, because of the sounds of the lobsters flailing helplessly while they're being boiled alive, and the high-pitched sound of the steam pushing through their carcasses. I wouldn't want to be there either. He wraps up his essay by bringing us back to the Maine Lobster Festival, talks of the unlikelihood of his return, and asks the readers why we put animals through harm simply because we prefer our proteins to taste a special way. And he admits that he himself is not a vegetarian, but finds the lack of thought surrounding meat eating rather disturbing. Wallace's essay is somewhat of a journey, because you're not entirely sure where he's taking you as you read along. Though once you reach the end of the essay, you realize that every word and every footnote has its purpose, and helps you reach the question he poses for you with the essay's conclusion. Oh, and did I mention this entire essay was published in Gourmet magazine? I bet everyone reading that at home was pleasantly surprised by their change in reading material. This essay is a ride for its readers, and very enjoyable. I recommend any of Wallace's works for those of you looking for a refreshing and new reading experience. Well, that's all we've got time for. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch up in the next video.